Hi, and welcome to the Tie-Dye Chef Table. Today's episode is a new series called Lunch with the President. I will be sharing with you food that you may get if you had lunch with the president. I will be doing one on every president that's been in my lifetime. That would be 10 of them. I will have a short history of each president, and we'll talk about some of their favorite foods. Please remember, this is not a political post, but just a little history and some food and some information, I hope. Any and all political posts will be deleted, so please be good. First up is President Donald J. Trump, the 45th and 47th President of the United States. He was born on June 14th, 1946, in Queens, New York, to Fred and Mary Ann. He has 2 sisters and 2 brothers. 3 have passed along with his parents. Trump has 5 children, 2 daughters, 3 sons. He's been married 3 times. The last in 2005 to Melania, who is the First Lady. He attended the University of Pennsylvania and graduated in 1968 with a bachelor's in economics. In 1971, he became the president of the Trump Organization. He also hosted the award-winning TV show, The Apprentice. President Trump is well known for his love of fast food, especially McDonald's. He has also had a fondness for Kentucky Fried Chicken that he buys by the bucketful. He is also known to enjoy many of his resort's signature salads. He likes a simple wedge salad with a blue cheese dressing, bacon bits, and diced tomatoes. He also enjoys a Caesar salad, but he prefers commercially made salad dressings rather than the fancy house dressing. President Trump enjoys simple meals over fancy meals. I will try to use recipes that either the spouse used, a family recipe, or a restaurant that the president goes to when possible to try to make these dishes. Today is all about fast food. The president enjoys both at the White House and on Air Force One. He is also known to serve fast food to visiting championship sports teams, such as the college football champion and other teams that have arrived. So let's get into this meal. First up is a McDonald's Big Mac. He will normally eat 2 of the setting, and he will also get a pair of fish fillet with his meal. He is also fond of French fries, and onion rings is one of his favorites. President Trump is also very fond of Kentucky Fried Chicken that he buys only by the bucketful. His choice of batter excuse me, I ate a French fry before I started. His choice of batter is extra crispy, although there is no information on his favorite chicken part. For dessert, it's a classic Mar-a-Lago chocolate cake with 3 different types of chocolate. A chocolate cake, chocolate mousse, and a chocolate glaze. So this may be your dinner if you show up. You have a Big Mac, fish, chicken, French fries, a biscuit, and you will also get a cake. Let's get this sliced a little bit. Now my cake looks like an ugly duckling, but when you taste it, it tastes like that beautiful swan. I'm not sure if you can tell, but there is mousse inside. I have made it a little bit different from the recipe. I found the exact same recipe on the internet for 3 different sites on how to make this cake. But when I made the cake part of it, it didn't even come close to coming out the way it should have. When I brought it out of the oven, it looked nice, but after about 2 minutes, it was flatter than a pancake, and the cake was dry and tasteless, and I just don't understand what it was, and the recipe said to put it in a rim baking sheet. But when you look at the original cake from Mar-Lago on the internet, it's a round cake, so I'm not sure what they're trying to do. So, but the mousse on this, I did use the original recipe, and it's really, really a good mousse. Although I had to put it on my cake a little bit different than what they did, so it doesn't look quite so nice. I started to make the glaze that they have on the cake in the recipe, but my instant read thermometer went out, so I really couldn't make that because I needed to temp it at 2 different times. So I did at the best I could. I came up with another recipe, and I used that. I used my mom's dark chocolate cake and made it in a loaf pan. The mousse is directly made, as I said, from the recipe, and the glaze I made from one I found on the internet. But it looks terrible because the way I made it, I didn't want to have a great big cake sitting around. So I made it in a loaf pan, sliced it, and then put the mousse on top, which was hard by the time I got there. And so it is a little bit of a work to get it to where it is. But in the end, it's a really, really good tasting cake. But if you don't like chocolate, let me rephrase that. If you don't love chocolate, you will hate this cake because it is very chocolatey. President Trump is one of 2 presidents who never drank alcohol. I'll be talking about the other president actually in a coming video. The president doesn't drink because his older brother Fred suffered from severe alcoholism and died in 1981 from alcoholism. His go-to drink is a Diet Coke. He famously has a button on his desk that when he pushes it, it rings in the kitchen and notifies the staff that he wants a Diet Coke. He also likes meatloaf and a well-done steak. Steak, not snake. Many presidents have steak and meatloaf listed as some of their favorite foods, but I tried not to have the same food for 2 different presidents. At 80 and eating like this all the time, I don't know how he does it, but it seems to work for him. I hope you enjoyed this quick look into an American president and some of their favorite foods. Please remember, this is just a quick snapshot into their diet and what can be found on the internet. If you could please share this video, I'd much appreciate it. Until next time, signing off from the presidential kitchen, and goodbye. P.S. Mr. President, if you happen to be watching this video and you see an extra chef coat and hat laying around, you could send it to me, and that way I would look better for my videos. You can't blame a guy for trying. So until next time, stay safe and talk to you.